"Oh, your son is a gangster rapper, right? How did you let him marry your daughter?" And it was just shocking to me. And I said, "No, actually, my son is a CEO."
Oh, your son is a gangster rapper, right? How did you let him marry your daughter? That question once caught someone completely off guard. The response came quick. No, actually, my son is a CEO. And now that same energy is swirling around a brand new celebrity clash that nobody saw coming. 50 Cent recently posted images of Mama Tina Knowles and Solange, and the internet instantly started buzzing. People are now watching closely to see how the Bayhive reacts, because suddenly, 3 different women connected to that world have been pulled into the middle of this messy back and forth. At the same time, 50 kept telling stories from the past that made the situation sound even wilder.
She was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, "Come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped out. She was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, "Wait, what is you doing?" That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl.
You lucky Solange wasn't there.
Yeah, you lucky Solange wasn't
Solange was there, I would have had to reboot.
In one clip, he recalled a moment in Las Vegas where someone jumped up suddenly and he laughed, saying, "That stuff. That's me and Jay-Z's stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. You lucky Solange wasn't there." Then he joked again. Solange was there. I would have had to reboot. The comments immediately had people talking. And now the tension is building. Because 50 Cent may have just kicked off a conflict that could drag the entire Knowles Carter circle into the spotlight. The surprising part is how it started, with Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles. So what does Tina have to do with 50 Cent?
You crazy if you think all hell ain't about to break loose with the Jay-Z Epstein files. If you haven't heard, 50 Cent is about to do a documentary like he did on Diddy. He about to do some like surviving Jay-Z type shit.
She stepped into the middle of a beef that 50 was already having with T.I. and King Harris. And according to people watching the situation, 50 didn't appreciate that move at all. Everyone knows one thing about 50. He rarely forgets when someone publicly picks a side. So what did he do? Exactly what people expected. He jumped on social media and started clowning Tina Knowles, turning the moment into a viral talking point. But insiders say the drama might be getting bigger than social media jokes. According to people close to 50, the Knowles Carter family might want to stay far away from this fight. The reason? Rumors are spreading that 50 has been working on a new documentary project, and some believe he could use it to dig into powerful names in the music industry. If you've followed 50 lately, you already know he's been hinting about bigger projects behind the scenes. He previously mentioned the idea of doing a documentary about Jay-Z's alleged connections to Jeffrey Epstein, something that would instantly shake the entertainment world if it ever dropped. Now that Tina entered the conversation, some insiders claim it may have given 50 even more motivation. But to really understand how this situation exploded, you have to rewind to the beginning of the feud. 50 Cent and T.I. have been trading shots for a while. At one point, 50 posted an unflattering photo of T.I.'s wife, Tiny, on social media. And if you know anything about that family, you already know Tiny is off limits. Both T.I. and his son, King Harris, quickly fired back. Instead of going after 50 directly, they brought up his late mother, Sabrina Jackson, and that pushed the tension even higher. Right in the middle of this chaos, Tiny was posting videos online looking completely calm and unbothered. She was just living her life while the internet argued around her. Then Tina Knowles reposted one of those clips and added a supportive caption. She wrote, "You feel that? That's what real feminine energy looks like. Effortless, beautiful, unbothered, glow season." To Tina, it may have just been a message of support. But when it comes to 50 Cent, stepping into his feud, even with a simple post, can quickly turn into something much louder. And 50 Cent clearly wasn't about to let that post slide, even if it came from Beyoncé's 72-year-old mother. So he jumped online and responded in classic 50 fashion. He posted a photo of Tina Knowles and wrote in the caption, "I'm not gonna do it, but ish is getting weird."
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those
I was wondering
trophies,
what you talking
Trophies came rolling in, buddy.
Little F-ed up, albino kids, grandmothers getting involved. What the FLOL? The internet instantly exploded. But he didn't stop there. 50 followed it up with another post, this time bringing Solange into the conversation. He shared a photo referencing the famous elevator moment involving Jay-Z and Solange and joked in the caption, "These rap dudes soft, you gotta watch out for these killers. They will get you in the elevator. LOL." That line alone had social media buzzing again. Here's what many people believe though. Those posts weren't really about Tina or Solange. Because if you know 50's history, you already know his real target has always been Jay-Z, and by extension, that means Beyoncé too.
Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? When you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they harbor, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself, like I'm a shady aftermath. You see what I'm saying? Like, it do so much G-Unit Records.
Right.
They forget that I'm M and Dre's artist.
Now,
Over the years, 50 has taken several shots at the Carter family. At one point, he even suggested that Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage works more like a business partnership than a traditional relationship. He once said, look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyoncé. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. And them trophies started rolling in. Whether people agree with that or not, it shows how 50 views the situation. And according to him, this tension isn't new. 50 claims Jay-Z has quietly tried to block opportunities for him in the past. He pointed to the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show as one example. The performance featured Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. And 50 appeared during the show in a surprise moment. But according to 50, that almost didn't happen. He explained in an interview that he felt some resistance behind the scenes. In his words, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. I think they still harbor some energy towards me. When asked if he believed he was purposely left out, he responded, no, I think they were saying the NFL had some issues with me. I don't know what those issues are. Then he added that Eminem played a major role in making sure he still appeared on stage. 50 said Eminem pushed for him to be included because of their history and shared legacy through Shady and Aftermath. But now the story gets even more intense. Because earlier this year, when documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein resurfaced in the news, Jay-Z's name reportedly appeared in some discussions surrounding people connected to Epstein's social circles. That's when 50 saw an opportunity. He started hinting that he might create a documentary exploring the alleged connections between Jay-Z and Epstein, something similar to projects he has produced about other powerful figures in the industry. To be clear, Jay-Z has not been charged with any crime related to Epstein, and there has been no official accusation linking him to Epstein's activities. His name has also not appeared on Epstein's flight logs based on publicly known records. Still, in today's media environment, even a small mention can spark massive speculation. And 50 Cent understands exactly how that kind of controversy spreads online. 50 Cent already proved he can shake the industry with a documentary. He produced a project about Diddy that landed on Netflix and pulled huge numbers. So now people across social media are asking one big question. Is Jay-Z next? Because lately, 50 has been hinting that he might create another documentary. This time, exploring rumors and controversies connected to Jay-Z and people in his circle. Whether that actually happens or not, the idea alone has already stirred massive debate online. And strangely enough, some fans think Tina Knowles may have just given him the perfect excuse to take things further. From 50's perspective, Tina stepped into a feud that had nothing to do with her. She showed support for someone on the opposite side of his argument, and in 50's world, that means the gloves come off. But the situation gets even messier once the internet starts digging deeper. Some people online began bringing up past rumors and accusations connected to different celebrities in the industry, trying to link old headlines back into the conversation. One example that circulated involved a lawsuit where Jay-Z's name was mentioned in connection with claims made against Diddy. The allegation in that case involved a person who said she was 13 during the alleged incident. During that time, fans noticed that Tina Knowles had liked a social media post reporting on the case. The detail quickly went viral. Less than a day later, Tina responded publicly and said her account had been hacked. She wrote, "I was hacked. As you all know, I do not play about my family, so if you see something uncharacteristic of me, just know that it is not me." Then she added another line for emphasis. "Please stop playing with me. No weapon formed against my family shall prosper." Even with that explanation, the internet kept debating the situation. People also pointed to other moments that raised eyebrows. For example, in March 2024, when authorities searched properties connected to Diddy, he later posted a photo of his daughter online. Observers noticed that Tina had liked the picture, something that surprised many fans considering the circumstances around the headlines at the time. Then older stories about Tina's reputation behind the scenes began resurfacing too. Voice coach David Lee Brewer, who worked with Beyoncé's early group Girls' Time, once claimed Tina made harsh comments about one of the members, Ashley Tamer Davis. He recalled a conversation where he said Tina allegedly told him, "Ashley is talented, but she is so big, she towers over the other girls, and she is too dark and ugly." Those alleged remarks have been debated online for years, especially because Tina has often defended Beyoncé strongly whenever critics question her. During Beyoncé's Renaissance tour, some fans discussed rumors about her appearance and styling choices. Tina responded directly online, criticizing people she believed were spreading negativity. In her message, she wrote that some critics were pushing a stupid narrative with hate and jealousy, and she called certain commenters bozos for repeating those claims. That response only fueled even more debate, and there's another detail people recently started discussing. After Tina's divorce from actor Richard Lawson, reports said their agreement included confidentiality terms preventing negative comments about family members, including Beyoncé and Jay-Z. For some fans, that detail raised curiosity. They began wondering why that protection was included in the first place. So now the internet is watching closely. Will 50 Cent actually release a documentary digging into the Knowles Carter world? Or is this just another round of trolling and social media mind games from someone who knows exactly how to keep the spotlight on a story? Either way, Tina stepping into the middle of that feud definitely turned the volume up. Now everyone is waiting to see who makes the next move, because this situation is far from quiet.